G2, 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 man. My bracket is all blown up. There's pieces all over the place. At the end of the day, these are the only people that I can blame as a viewer sitting here judging them. At the end of the day, it is unfortunate to see this team go out without winning a map. At the end of the day, I think that the lights were just a little bright, and in terms of the consistency, that they weren't really there. No one really stepped up to the occasion when they needed them to. And this is a huge learning experience for them. I'm not going to sit here and like degrade them and say that they shouldn't have been at this event, because they absolutely should have by the way that they played out this year. But this year was a big question mark for them in the first place. A very disappointing kickoff, dropping one of their integral players that helped them qualify last year. Now ending as the only Ascension team in Champions. They should be proud, and there's a lot to come in terms of this roster. If they are going to make changes, if they're not, the experience and how much that's going to help them going forward, it's all a big positive here, and they're going up against the #1 seed in the EMEA, being FNATIC, who is no stranger to this stage. In terms of the matchup here on Haven, main interesting part about it is that both teams are running a Yoru. So we have Icy in the Viper Omen comp. This is definitely a staple from Josh and Valen particularly. They love slowing the game down and taking their time, and I think that all of these players thrive in that game rather than the other one. Now, FNATIC on the Yoru ISO here, the main part about this is developing lines of control and being in forward positions, literally holding things with your body, while being able to do everything that the double initiator comp can. So you can still flood, you can still reposition, you can still use utility, run little trap plays and things like that. I think FNATIC have it figured out really well, and they're going to execute it here basically flawlessly. So starting off in the pistol round here, we're going to initially see the power of the Viper, just being able to take away that A line, right? So with that wall going up, okay, Alpha's in a position where he can't actually just sit here and hold it like he normally would be able to. So this kind of creates a lot of pressure, whether it's real or not, for the attackers, and it's something that you want to take advantage of if you are going to play the Viper. What's interesting about Durka is that he didn't instantly put a TP down. He waited to see where they would kind of start, and then he used it later on where it doesn't end up burning up. So it looks like that's what the decision of G2 was based around here. They wanted to poke up C, they wanted to see if they could get an orb there, and then go back trying to bait Durka's TP or bait a reaction. Jonah and Leaf are both in positions where they can punish that. So getting ready to regroup here to make the next decision. Here's your reaction that almost punishes Valen there, gets dinked through the wall, and now a lot of indecision for G2. They don't really know where they should be going. They're going to rewalk the space with the orb. Two people here ready to fight and go. Smokes are going to drop. Dart flash going to go in here. One left, one right. Paranoia hits a lot. Trent, insane first blood there. Durka with a trade out. Hero getting ready to play with him. That's the land sound there, getting the best of him. Oh, look at the frags here. Not on the same page at all. 4v2 situation now. Shield broken, unsure if he's on or not. Trying to spam. Have to roll the dice that they're not. Ends up paying off. Coming through together. Valen able to convert. Leaf left in a 1v3. And FNATIC start hot. A very nice buy coming out from FNATIC on the bonus. If you take a look, they all have rifles. Watch how Alpha just bullies this line. Just dealing with Icy instantly. He's running through the Viper wall and killing him. And on the time of Leaf being distracted with Durka walking down mid, Hero comes out garage and punishes him. So now, in the 5v3 here, not even 20 seconds into your bonus round, as G2, you're just screwed. You're going to have to make a play like walk in B through a smoke and hope that you can catch someone lacking. But Buster's aware of this, playing the man advantage, trying to sit back there and make sure if he gets into a gunfight, it's going to be on a fully committed position where he doesn't really get punished. So even though he does get traded here, they were all the way in, and that buys like a lot of time for rotation from FNATIC, where even though he does fall, they have them contained here. Great push-through play coming through from G2. They know they can't just end there or they're going to be swarmed and killed. Planning for backside and maintaining control is the name of the game. Durka is very unknown here. They know that someone could be flanking. I don't think they really know that he is the C anchor in this regard, so they go to the fight. And this is the Durka that we're used to seeing, that hasn't shown up when they needed him the most. Yoru has just been this guy's best agent. So, making a lot of noise, misdirection, sound baiting, trying to let the pack play, TP's in at the end of it. Jonah confused, not looking at the right spot. Durka for 3, and FNATIC are snowballing hard now. In terms of Valorant being the game of whoever gets a 13 first wins, momentum has been a topic of conversation for a lot of people weighing in the pro scene in particular, where when you win the pistol, and then the anti-eco, and then the bonus, and then the second anti-eco, you're up 4-0. This is what your ults are going to look like, and this is what your economy is going to look like. I mean, there really isn't much coming back from losing this 5th round in a row as a team who's attacking, obviously depending on the map that you're on. But I mean, pay attention to the investment here. 5 full armors, 5 rifles. They have 2 ults online, and they're 1 off of 2 more. Look at G2. Almost $0 left on their buy. Players with half armor. Okay, only 1 ult online, and it's a an Omen ult, which doesn't even like matter fully. It's not like it's a duelist ult or an initiator ult, right? They're just at such a huge disadvantage. And we're going to kind of see it play out in this round, where when working Garage, Alpha is going to be in a spot where he's just trying to put his ult to use here. That's what his goal in the round is. So with the drone coming through, he's going to grab somebody after he pops his shield. And Boaster can contest the body if that was the only player there to ensure that they get the kill. So Leaf and Alpha takes him with the armor there. It's really well played. 5v4 now. G2 again forced to react in the disadvantage. So they end up going into the site without Trent. They ended up not needing him. What is this lag that this demo has? Icy gets a trade. 4v4 here. Ult online for Durka. Not really sure why he isn't leveraging it here. Watching this, I think that they definitely shouldn't have converted this round. But at the end of the day, there's your land sound. The TP getting value there. And Trent's flank isn't going to get anything with all of G2 falling, trying to trade. With the running sound, backup reposition, more game lag. What are we watching? Okay, FNATIC are up to 5. Well done. Look at the difference in the setups here with the composition. G2 playing the slow, respectful game, taking turns and taking their time. Look at how Durka plays against this. 4 people on B escorting Durka down for a first blood, getting eviscerated and TPing out. Another advantage for FNATIC. They cannot stop. Here we go again. G2 trying to get back into the game. Oh, sorry. Domain expansion. Let me grab you, throw you in the back of the van here, and rip your head off. I mean, what can you do against this guy's 15-4? It's over. We've seen get Leaf dropped into the ISO wall, just dealing with utility, getting headshot through walls, but I mean, he hasn't had a chance to play. And being a huge asset to this team and a huge part of how they win games, shutting him down obviously is not going to be good for G2, but I don't think that we really realized how big of a toll it would be when he is getting shut down like this, because I mean, G2 just don't even look like they have a chance here. I mean, they haven't even been able to get the bomb down really. Perfectly played from FNATIC. They're going to send the drone down short to bait the proactivity from G2, knowing that they're a team to do it, and it's exactly what they want. Walking down mid and C at the same time. Little setup to punish it. Alpha for 2. They don't expect Durka anymore. He's got one. Hero's got Trent punishing him, peeking the window, getting spam, whatever it was. Leaf left in a 1v3 again. Just not even a factor in these rounds, it feels like. Finally a first blood for G2. Able to potentially make a comeback here. They didn't force last round after losing the pistol. Leaf, insane time against Alpha, is going to be able to sneak past him and punish somebody on B for not holding this. What's crazy is that Boaster's using the paranoia here. So realistically, he shouldn't even have got one, but he just phantom sprays him. Now on this 4-person flank from G2, the mistake that's made is really just Jonah on the weak side here. He's going to contact the tripwire and he's going to keep running it down. But he has 3 players in window who are doing that for him. He just has to sit and wait. 3v3 now. Chronicle with the Dr. Pepper Vandal on. Gets another kill here. Sitting and waiting. He doesn't have to peek. He doesn't have to fight. Turns the flash. 2v2. Kill contract online. This is pretty much unwinnable for G2. Time's getting far too low. All Hero has to do is just chill and go get the body. Ends up ripping it anyway, just to secure going up to match point. I mean, this is it for Haven. G2 with a sign of life on Bind, being able to close out the pistol on a FNATIC mistake. The eco's going to come out here from FNATIC. They got the bomb down, so being able to... Sorry, they got a couple kills, not the bomb down. So they bring the Bucky out here. Orb Denial comes out, and the 2 shower players are kind of just stuck here. Smoke to deny. Mosh pit with a flash. Only one going through. Icy's got to go through with his classic here or do something with the satchels. Trent dies for free, only getting one. Leaf trying to close it out. Icy doing the same thing. Still not capitalizing on any of the utility. And Leaf is left out in the open and getting killed. So now a 3v4 with Valen very low. I mean, this is again almost unwinnable. We keep watching these situations that G2 are in where there's almost unwinnable. Icy still out of the round with the Outlaw. Jonah trying to make a play. Icy looking to defuse the bomb. Has to get off with the vulnerable. Unable to capitalize. Going to hit a nice shot on the Chronicle here. And then kind of like missing the defuse or trying to bait Durka to peek. Comes out tapping. Durka ends up whiffing and not being able to finish him. 0.05 is the timer on the Thrifty bomb blowing up. And all of that just energy or hope that G2 had winning that pistol just fades away. First gun round here for G2. In a position where they can actually capitalize. Jonah insta-killed there by Chronicle. 5v4 now. Valen going to take the game into his own hands. Shits on Boaster. Doesn't even take damage there. Leaves Icy on that shower line. Is now picking up the U-Haul lurk. What's interesting here from G2 is that they're going to double up and get into hookah. I don't know if this is a protocol or whatever it is, but I just feel like this is not the play to make in the 4v4 here. Forfeiting all of long. You lose your orb. Now Alpha's in a position where he can get it and grab his ult. And then on the contact, they don't like push or make a play. They try to like reposition. And the time is just too late. The utility's thrown at them, the position's been revealed, and they just have to sit there and spam. They're out of ammo, they're out of space, they're taking so much damage. And this is just, again, like another unwinnable situation we're watching for G2, where it just doesn't go their way ever. We haven't seen it happen once yet. Valen and Icy, 2v4, have the option to save, but at the end of the day, a lot of utility has been expended. Alpha looking to go into the elbow for Icy. Chronicles on 4, closed out, and on another save. We don't see this from G2 often. It's really the first time that I've been able to see it again, and I think it plays into this level. Leaf backing up out of the bomb site, leaving Jonah to fend for himself, and then finally gets back in with Trent's help. 0 for 2 B-hold again. Trent able to get 2, dies to the showstopper, and now in a 2v3 situation, they're going to leave it up to Icy and Valen to clutch, where they actually end up converting it this time. And now they're really falling apart. 4 ults online. It really doesn't look like a plan is being made outside of some sort of hookah trap that's going on here. Leaf getting overzealous and just overstaying his welcome. There's no trap coming through hookah on good timing. It's only when the speed up comes through where Jonah has to run away. So again, 4 ults online for this round for G2. They haven't invested 1 yet. Trent gets an equalization kill here. Jonah uses 1. Solo fighting. Gets cooped up with utility in his hands. Dies. Valen's ult blooming here. Now, when the ult is invested spawn in a 3v4, Trent's going to rip his. Valen walking in on bad timing. And using 3 ults in this round when they had 4 available, G2 are going to get flawless almost. On pistol round, we saw a push play. On this very important second gun round in the game, we're going to see another push play. FNATIC are so confident. Where is this team up against non-Ascension teams? I mean, where were these guys when they were getting ready to get eliminated? Look at Durka just still walking through. Look at their defensive positioning. It looks like they're attacking the map. G2 are constantly caught off. They're not being treated with respect, so they can't slow the game down properly. They aren't being able to convert the situations they normally do. So now A8 losing Valen's ult there. Basically, whoever closes this out is going to be able to kind of close the game out here, even though they had a great start. 3v4 here. Ult being used to clear out the bomb site. He's going to park it. Entire kit online. Mauling spawn to stop the push. Dirk has come up long now. Mosh getting ready to go on the bomb. Nade to deny the run out again. We get him off without any util. Trent falls. Icy falls. 1v4. Unwinnable. And now FNATIC get their first on defense, and they can start snowballing away. We've really seen an uncharacteristic performance out of Jonah P here. I don't know what happened to him today. He's going back, Phantom Vandal, unable to convert these, and he just keeps just pushing himself back in his chair, hand on his head. I mean, he is running low in terms of confidence right now when they need him the most, right? Elimination on the line. We're about to go home if we don't clean it up right now. I don't know what's happening in terms of baiting on G2. It's going to happen again. Poor Trent is just running forward, trying to plant the bomb, and everybody just watches him play. Valen and Jonah trying to avoid the ult. Icy throws his nade and then runs away. I mean, I don't know what's so hard about disrespecting the opponent. Just get in their face. Stick to the plan. Do what we're used to doing. Or this is just going to keep happening. I mean, again, Leaf in a position where he just can't even have value. We've seen it so many times already. Unable to even kill Boaster, who's just statued up in hookah there. Game's tied. So being with Boaster found in hookah previously, they want to try to abuse him here. They're going to try to pop out and kill him. IGL movement almost gets him killed. He's down to almost one. Chronicle throws a molly through the TP and then re-swings Leaf's wall and kills him. Dude, I'm telling you, we do not see this level of disrespect coming out from FNATIC against any opponent so far. Having to ult in the disadvantage, trying to get out, so much counter util, double face holding. They can't even get out of hookah, man. Trent left in a 1v5. We've seen it so many times already for G2. And FNATIC are going to move up to 12 here. 12-11. After a failed Showers crunch, the B players are left in the 2v4 to close it out. Boaster, ult online, Astra, ult online. How are we able to deny the defuse? We have the molly, we have the mosh pit. That's a lot of delay, and we still have a flash. So as long as we just take our time, timing it properly, we're going to be okay. Molly goes out. We know they cannot be on the bomb. We can take our time. In terms of what Leaf hears or sees, we can then use the mosh. Leaf is going to get in here so he can hear the tap. We preemptively mosh for some reason. Now, in the 2v3, Flash comes out. 1, 2, 3 players killed. Full blind by Chronicle. Well, an unfortunate way for G2 to go out, but I can't say that they didn't deserve it playing the round like that. I don't know what they were doing. In terms of unwinnable, I mean, this is just about as close as you can get to be that. 3 players on 100 ADR, if you want to try to like even at 4 players at that. Trent was the only guy who was able to convert kills today. Jonah and Icy very quiet. Leaf racking up all those first deaths. I mean, look at the department there in terms of Alpha Chronicle and Durka. I mean, they just couldn't stop. You can't. They're on your back. They're pinning you down. There's nothing you can do. You can't move. You can't work anywhere. You can't accomplish anything. They're pushing down and killing you. They have deep info. They're stacking. They're running through smokes. They're making plays. They're clutching. They're converting rounds they shouldn't. It really is just unfortunate scenes. I don't know what it was with this matchup, if it was personal or whatever it ended up being, but FNATIC did not take any shit this game. And man, if they walked around playing at the confidence level that I see here in terms of this FNATIC or the Sentinels game, this is a closeout. Because they started off these games in positions where it wasn't half bad. But damn, were they nervous when it came to playing up against that team for whatever. They could have been NA's kryptonite this champions, but at the end of the day, this was still an insane performance to see, specifically the Haven. A 13-3 win on your own map pick is like really impressive, and then being able to go out and put up 8 attacking rounds on your defender's map pick is like another thing that's like really good. So going into this, they were looking good. Obviously, we're recording after they've lost to Sentinel, so we know the outcome of the next game here, but I mean, this was an insane showing, to say the least, in terms of like a masterclass. Boaster is -11 with 6 first deaths, and he's in a position where he can put up 55 ADR and win both these maps. It goes to show how insane these players are in terms of firepower. At the end of the day, what we talked about earlier, G2 has a lot of potential. They need to get back into the lab and work, take some much-needed time off, and in this second season, I'm sure all of these players will get even better than what they were in terms of what they've learned over it. That's all I got for you now. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you're with me on all the socials linked down below, including my stream, my Twitch where I stream. And if you're looking to get better at the game, join my Discord. Check out the options I have for Valorant coaching. Thank you all for watching again. I appreciate it. Still got more coverage coming out. I will see you in the next one. T-Dog out of here. Deuces.